It's pretty easy what I do, basically. This podcast is very...
Podcasting's easy.
Yeah, it's not difficult. And it's always weird how conversations tend to become really awkward as soon as the button pushes. And whenever you're done recording, you have this great conversation. You're like, what the hell? Why didn't that...
Every time, dude.
That was such a good organic conversation. Why did that not happen while we were recording? Oh, yeah, because I'm a robot for 50 minutes.
I know, man. But that's not about to happen.
No, not at all, dude.
It's 7 a.m. in Lincoln.
You're the king of cool. You're not going to hear my intro to you because I'm going to do that in post, but I call you the principal of Positive Attitude High School, and I call you the king of calm dialogue.
You just came up with that?
Yeah, off the top of my head.
Dude, I need to add that to my bios.
Yeah, dude, the king of calm dialogue and the principal of Positivity High School.
If I start selling courses.
Ooh.
Which I would never do.
You would never do that?
Just to be clear.
You must not be a big fan of Andrew Tate. That guy's selling courses to the blind.
Cobra?
You mean my liege?
Yeah, hang on.
My king? I know nothing about Andrew Tate.
Dude, no, Andrew Tate, I can't say he'll be on my shows.
He's on your bumper. You start selling these classics, he might be on your bumper.
He's on my bumper. Shout out to that kid.
Living legend. I don't know what that guy's doing. Hopefully he's not in a police brutality video in the future, because that would be... I don't know. It'd be The Matrix?
Depends.
I believe. Depends.
He could get a statue. Or
we need that. Colorado might retire his jersey or his sheriff's outfit.
I'm on your bumper. His accent was one of the best I've ever heard.
You can tell his dad's the coolest guy ever.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes me feel even better to be a father.
True.
Oh, dude, by the way, Sherm being a dad, is he acting different now that he's in father mode?
He just shows up differently. So he's still Sherm, but like we had a stream the other night, and Sherm, it was, in his defense, it was Jill's birthday, his wife. Sherm shows up like towards maybe the fourth quarter of the stream. Right when he gets in that room, though, I mean, vibes set off to the max. Ref outfit.
Lights, camera, action.
Everything is the same with Sherm, if not better, just a little bit later.
That's amazing. Sherm's the man.
Sherm is the man.
And he's another Texas guy. Big Texas energy.
DFW guy.
DF Dub? I wonder if we've ever crossed paths.
Probably.
Maybe playing mini golf.
Dude,
bumping into me.
When I first started, he knew like 3 people that I knew. And I am not from Texas.
Well, I mean, you did try to convince everybody on Bussin' With The Boys that you know this guy. I'm doing an interview with a guy y'all know. Not a soul knows me, dude.
Garrett had a little recollection of it because that was a good hang on the rooftop.
Yeah.
And names were not
whatsoever, no.
But he understood the context. He's like, and maybe he was lying to me, but he's like, I feel like I do remember this moment. Show him a photo. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
His wife. You know how oh yeah goes.
Yeah, his wife did the Will Compton flex photo. It was just out angled all of us.
Which I wish she was here.
Yeah.
Imagine, has she ever been on?
No, dude, she does not want to be on the pod. She doesn't want to get silly. She is a professional person. She's an appraiser, which is probably the most professional job out there. They're silent assassins when it comes to making deals in real estate. And my wife does not want to be shown on camera like the Navy SEALs that killed bin Laden. Don't show them on camera. That's my wife.
But there's always one or two. Yeah.
The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, here it is. And she'll be the next guest, despite anything that was just said.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing a wives podcast for all the comedians in the area just to get together and just trash us for 50 minutes. And you'd be like, good episode, but don't watch it.
There's some bits in there, though.
Oh, 100%. I tried to get my wife to do a 1 minute Kill Tony set just in front of me on camera.
To kill Nathan.
Bombed, dude. Bombed. I told her, I was just like, that was really good. And then I went to critique, and she was like, don't fucking critique me. I'm not
a comedian.
I was like, well, clearly.
We know. Yeah.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Look at that. Another female comedian.
Same jokes.
Well, dude, I got to ask, though, because 2 years ago, Bussin' was picking up steam. Traction was happening. Y'all were rolling down the rails fast. Y'all were popular at that time in the NFL landscape. Y'all have kind of grown, you can say, when Dana White, during the president's inauguration, shouts out, "Bussin' with the boys."
Bro, yeah, You know, because that happened at like 2 a.m.
Dude,
And my phone just starts, zzz, and I wake up freaking out. Something happened. Somebody died, or maybe a video went viral.
you
for
found
the
out you had
wrong
Republican
reasons.
friends.
Yeah,
You were like, whoa.
that silent majority they talk about. It's my contact list.
It was.
But yeah, like, and it is funny the people that were reaching out, because people that I don't really keep up with that much, like, bro, they just mentioned this. I'm like, I didn't even know you knew what I was doing. But
I'm still at IMG in your eyes.
I'm still at IMG. it's the tennis agent.
So
But
2 years ago, we recognized you and G, and we're like, holy shit, dude, these are the boys.
yeah,
And we get a little dialogue going, shooting the shit, and now, were you recognized back then compared to where you are now? Like, do you walk around Lincoln and people go, Hove?
dude, Lincoln is the one place where I feel like we have a little bit of taste of what Will and Taylor get. Like last night, I went out there, like right before it went off, and I went to just like go get some other B-roll or whatever. And legitimately, I stepped out onto the stage, and people were like, "JP," going. There's like a mini pop, and I'm like, "Oh God."
I've got to stay focused. I've got to stay focused.
Yeah, like I'm not really sure what to say. Like, do I do some push-ups? Like, do I just go to the back, take
Push
a
up
photo?
Tuesday.
It's like, yo, they're like, yeah, let's go. So
Have you ever
Lincoln
had
is
an
the spot.
awkward run-in with somebody being like, JP, dude, I love you? And you're like, hello.
Dude, it's kind of like that, the 3-second linger after of like, I have like, the good juice, the good vibes, and I don't know, because I'm always down to talk to people, and then, but like also, it would help if the other person's asking more of the questions.
Yes.
And so, because I have my questions I run through, and then it stops, and then still hanging around, I'm like, crap, like maybe, and I started thinking about myself, I'm like, maybe I'm not as good a conversationalist as I think I am.
Yeah, like before the pod, you were like, so how are you?
Yeah.
I was like, good. It's early. So
This is a 10-minute episode. But
which,
yeah.
dude, thank you so much. It's early. Y'all, I'm sure,
yeah.
had a late night riding the highs of doing a theater. One day I'll be there, but I don't know what that feeling is. Do you feel the same juices as Will and Taylor when you hear that crowd pop?
Just a little bit. And I would say this was last year when Dave Portnoy was with us, or maybe it was 2 years ago.
He's wearing the Make Nebraska Mediocre Again shirt. How'd you feel about that, Steve?
Elite
guy
levels
this week.
rolling.
Yeah.
God, I wish he was here.
Rage Bait Master.
Rage Bait Master. We just left a Rage Bait summer. So hopefully you celebrated properly.
Of course we did.
We were celebrating Rage Bait summer all year in the office.
It's amazing.
Courtesy of Jack. He came up with it. But the pop, I would say 2 years ago when Portnoy came out, like that pop was different than anything else. And some guy in the crowd was like, JP, come do push-ups. So it's me, Will Taylor, doing push-ups, and Dave's just standing there like, what is happening? And the crowd's going nuts.
Push-ups doesn't make you money. That's gay. I'm sure that's what.
He's like, my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, man.
Gay.
Gay.
Yeah, the gay button's
wasn't
not
looking
working.
at
I
that.
would have pushed it. Actually, we'll
You
push
have
the
a-
Dave
you have a
Portnoy
gay
button.
For
It's the money
real.
sign. What's up, dude? Shoot. From the rafters. Come grab it.
Hey, come grab it, baby.
So I guess this is more of a question because you talk to Will all the time, I'm
Yeah.
assuming, but how does he feel with no other football team in history can go 5-7 and have the publicity that Nebraska had
Right.
because of Will. Like he's part of the reason like Nebraska's coming back.
Yeah.
So how does
He's
he
going to love to hear that.
feel about that? Because I mean, halftime we're getting blown out by the national champs, and he comes out on his chariot shooting T-shirts. And
That
it
was
al-
insane.
It almost brought me back. I was like, I was in the crowds about to cry. Like, let's just go. I'm gonna go drink. And then Will comes out on a frickin' John Deere shooting T-shirts in
Dude.
the crowd, and I was like, this is great.
Because
Yeah.
it's your king.
it was like, I swear it was like 28-7.
Yeah, it was bad. I think it was worse than that. It was, yeah. But yeah, that's my question. There's your bike.
Yeah, dude, there was death behind Will's eyes when he was shooting
Oh.
those T-shirts.
Dude, wait, so the question is, how's it feel for Will to be the savior, or how's it feel for Dave to hate on the savior?
Dave Portnoy to Lincoln when Nebraska's going to go, 7-6, 5-7.
Got you.
Like no other football team can get that much traction, even
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If Alabama loses
Right.
if Alabama loses 7 games this year, they're not going to have the type of publicity that a 5-7 Nebraska team would, and that weight
Right.
lands on one man's shoulders. How does he do it?
Hey, he wears it. This week, coming into this week, because I'm like a mini with South Carolina. That's how I feel, except for I'm not Will Compton. So it's just like me on my TV feeling like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. But like going into this week, he just has these moments where he'll go silent and I'll just go by him like, it's a big one. and dude, he won't look at me. He'll be like, it's everything. And it is everything. And every week feels like everything. And he can convince you that every week is everything, which is like as funny as it all is. It is also like a gift of, yeah, exactly. And people buy in. The video that's going to be played today on the big screen.
Can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, nothing would piss me off more if the weight of the world was on my shoulders and one of my friends were like, this is big. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. I know.
Well, especially with Taylor's a new Michigan fan.
Which is crazy to me.
And
But I mean, I guess I get it.
Right. But he imagine he's the friend
Mm-hmm.
and he's giving you the jabs on it. It was like kind of taking whatever Dave's doing, like make Nebraska mediocre. It's like, oh, I love Nebraska. Like pats on the head. It's
Yes.
Like, oh,
Yes. Will and Taylor are Goku and Vegeta.
dude.
That's exactly who they are.
They are.
Yeah.
Will is Vegeta.
Yeah, Will is definitely Vegeta, and Taylor is just like, you'll get there one day.
Dude, keep working hard.
Keep working hard. Whoa, what a fight! Yeah,
Dude.
that's Will and Taylor, dude.
That is, we got to make a face swap with them.
Who does the face swaps that puts Will's face on everybody?
I would say it's
Will's face
Jack
on
and
Norm.
Sherm. Yeah, will be there by the end of the episode.
Superimpose Will Compton on Norm.
And that won't even be edited. It just happens now.
Now people are gonna see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
dude.
Jack and Sherm, they're the face swap gods.
Dude, so I've got to know where all the positivity comes from. Is that a dad thing? Is that a mom thing?
I think it's like my dad has very, very high resilience. Like he had a pretty, not like a horrible childhood, but not an ideal childhood.
Mm-hmm.
He had 9 brothers and sisters.
Beast.
Yeah, beast. Had to work through summers when he's like 8 years old. So
Jeez.
yeah, he didn't. I grew up in South Carolina. My oldest brother was born in Dallas. My middle brother was born in Florida. And then we were all raised in Greenville, but that's all job moves. And my mom was stay-at-home mom, but he was not making any like significant money. We were always good,
Mhm.
but he wasn't making significant money until I think I was in high school, to where it was like he was probably getting the money he deserved.
Mm.
And so, but he never complained about the work, and he would work late hours, make long commutes. He was traveling every week when I was in high school. And so I think his resilience, and then my mom's natural, like pretty much all of her natural gifts.
Mhm.
I think I'm like a mix of both.
That's good.
Yeah.
Watching your dad kind of grind through that until you get to high school, does it kind of put you into perspective now whenever things get hard with busing? You're just like, what am I doing? I just got to trudge through blood and bone until I get to the finish line.
Dude, it helps because he has so many stories from his journey that he can tell me.
Mm.
So like with Make It to Midnight, it was legit we were talking about it before, but when I was in Florida trying to run my own videography business, it was hard. Like the most I think I made in a month was somewhere between $1,200 and $1,300. My roommate was a legend, Juan. He only charged me $600 for rent.
Juan, he.
Yeah, legend.
See?
But we're walking, or I was walking on the beach because I'm like, man, I don't really have many friends down here. I'm not making a lot of money. And I called my dad up and we're talking, and that's when he drops me with the bar of like, man, I know it sucks, tells me some story. And then he's like, what you really got to do is you just got to make it to midnight every day so that you get your next 24 hours, and you never know what could happen in the next ones. But you got to be there because something good could happen. So
Boom.
that's how I
Huge.
started it. Yeah.
Profound father.
I know.
Good job, dude.
He dropped some bars, and it's cool to see, like, just as you get older, because I'm grateful for it. A lot of people don't have that relationship with their dad, and we talk on the phone a lot, and he'll ask me questions, I ask him questions, and it's cool.
You being in Florida and going through videography with WWE and Full Sail being right there, were you ever tempted of like, maybe I go the pro wrestling route and try to be, a camera guy walking around the squared circle?
Dude, honestly, I never thought about that, but I wish I would have. I might not be sitting here with you right now.
Dang, dude. And you just interviewed The Miz. Were you like, oh, full circle moment?
Yeah.
Could have been.
Could have been me. Hey, Miz, I don't know if you knew this, but I was actually having some really hard times and thought about becoming
Hey, I know this holds absolutely no weight towards the conversation, but I was so close to maybe possibly working with you.
Appreciate you, champ.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Thanks for the time.
Your wife is very good looking. Thank you for coming.
Which crazy story how they met, apparently.
Yeah, dude. The Miz is the man. I think he came from Real World or Road Rules or one of those MTV shows.
He was on it with Theo Vaughn.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, how nuts is it? Y'all had The Miz and Theo on the bus.
It's crazy because my wife, she's a nurse practitioner, and Theo goes to the office that she works for. Need that.
Sick.
He goes there for different health and wellness stuff. So he's existing in her world, he's existing in my world, and just seeing him around Nashville is hilarious.
Yeah, he's an energy bringer. I mean, look at what he did to Vanderbilt. I'm sorry.
You know what's sickening is that 2 days before the game, I'm driving by Vanderbilt and I see him and Diego Pavia walking from the field to the facility, and they're laughing. Or I guess 2 days before our game, and I text all of our friends. I was like, guys, great news. Pavia is not locked in. It's 2 p.m. Theo is they're laughing it up like everything's gravy. Like we might win by 30 this weekend.
Yeah.
And then we got beat by 30 this weekend.
Yeah. You didn't learn anything from Money Manziel?
Not at all.
Yeah, that guy was Thad Castle playing quarterback and beating Alabama.
But I'm the guy that's like, this is the week it all comes to get him.
Yeah, it's got to
be, And it never
dude.
comes to get him until the NFL.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
1 second every play. And when Lenore Sellers goes down, Nick Harbor's, or no, it wasn't Nick Harbor. I think it was Stewart throwing punches.
Yeah.
And then Harbor, who is a creative player. Man, that was a rough go.
Something slept on is Harbor's afro.
Ooh.
I mean,
little Kobe, number 8.
Bigger.
You're saying Nick Harbor's bigger.
Nick Harbor is bigger than Kobe.
You heard it first. Stay away from the helicopters.
That's your quote graphic.
Yeah, there it is. I needed that.
Dude, it is I don't know, it could be in Roll Bounce, the movie.
What a movie call.
The sweetness afro.
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Dude, so if South Carolina ceased to exist, who are you wearing the colors of? Dare I say Clemson Orange?
No, God. No. I
All
could
right.
never, dude. I would rep maybe Coastal, honestly.
Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They got something they got something cooking in Myrtle Beach.
Got something big going on. You wouldn't go out of state? Because I can honestly say Michigan doesn't exist. With me being a Michigan fan growing up, Notre Dame was always the team in my household.
Yeah.
Growing up, and when I figured out what was going on the television, I started to morph what football was. Michigan and Notre Dame, the game was always a huge deal in my house.
Yeah.
My dad, all of his uncles were from New York. They went to Notre Dame High School, so the Fighting Irish is big. But for some reason, I just never grew keen to Notre Dame. But, man, when I learned about Michigan, I was like, those winged helmets are cool. Wait, Tom Brady went to this school? Wait, the most winningest I was like, oh, my God.
Easy decision.
Yeah, 100%. And Desmond Howard, NCAA 2006, is on the cover hitting the Heisman. And now here I am. If Michigan ceased to exist, I'd probably be a Husker fan.
I know, dude. This place is sweet.
It's so family friendly.
Like if I feel like stolen valor saying that I would be a Nebraska fan just because I like
You'll get beat up in a Kohl's.
Right.
Stolen valor as a Nebraska fan.
Dude, because I like in that regard, I mean, we haven't won a national championship yet, but I feel like we have a little bit of a similar 2000s where like we had our Pelini era, but Spurrier, and we did win 11, and we beat Nebraska in one of those. But
Wolf.
we also went 3-9. One of those 3 wins, and that was in 2019 or 2020. We beat Georgia, who won the national championship that year.
Isn't that just so frustrating?
It's
what your team
it's
can
one of
be.
the worst, dude. It was like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't like. If I was to go big school, I don't know. It's South Carolina's too in my.
Mm,
They would have to literally never have existed.
dang, that's tough.
I wouldn't be able to move on.
That's good. I mean, that is an answer. It's not the
Yeah.
answer I wanted, but that's an answer.
And my wife went to Clemson, so
Oh, she went to Clemson? So what's that like? Is she a football fan, or is she just, I went to Clemson, I like them?
she's a football fan, dude. Her family is dialed into football.
So it
yeah.
is a house divided.
House divided, but she sees my level of passion, and she knows that it would hurt me if she took too many shots.
Well, I'm glad you don't take it to a petty level, because my wife owned a Ohio State sweater that she had since middle school, and I threw it away. And yeah,
Rightfully so.
that caused a little chaos in the house for a little bit. And then I gifted her with a national championship sweater from Michigan, and I think she's still mad at me. So
I replaced it.
love you, hun.
Dude, that is fun. Yeah, we I do all my hating on Clemson on the internet.
As
Not
you
too much
should.
to her. And when we're there in person, if we go to a Clemson game, we might go to Clemson Duke this year. I'll probably be in blue.
Sick.
So not that petty.
Yeah,
but
just get an old Riley Leonard jersey.
dude, Riley Leonard.
Yeah, that's a good callback. Riley Leonard Duke. All
Yeah.
right, dude, got to get back on topic here. We can talk ball for 7
Yeah.
hours, and you don't have that much longer. I've got to ask, hiding from work, I need a worst job you've had and the worst experience from that job.
Okay. So the actual worst job I had, I have like 2 answers for you kind of.
Yeah, say what you want.
The actual worst job I had was really just for a weekend, and I was running concessions at this baseball tournament. And I'm not like a good math guy at all. And dude, I'm on the grill and I'm at the cash register. And when it's time to come to the cash register, I'm not a great cook either. It's time to come to the cash register. Someone's giving me cash. I cannot hit these. Like, I can't do this math. I can't punch in the numbers. There's a huge line, and they had to have netted negative that weekend because I was just like taking it, putting something back, and like as long as they were cool with it, it was all good.
Holy shit, hun! Burgers are $2. This place is great.
I'm trying to explain to the owner, like, hey, Mercedes-Benz Stadium is what they do. Like, concessions are cheap. Like, everything's an even number.
I know we have Dallas Cowboy prices.
Dude, I was stressed in that moment. But the worst job was I was a busboy at the steakhouse called Rick Irwin's. And like college game day, they would come in whenever they were doing Clemson, because this is downtown Greenville, which is like 40 minutes from from Clemson. And as all the rich people would come in, and
Not so fast, my friend. I asked for ketchup.
dude. And so I'm filling up water, and I'm legit holding this guy's glass right here. I pour it in, and he looks at me, goes, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Sorry, sir. Well, what's going on?" He's like, "You think I'm gonna drink after your hands have been right like all over the rim of my cup?" And I'm like, and I'm literally holding the cup, like, do you want me to grab you a new glass? No, so like bring the manager over here.
Oh no!
I'm like, yo, what? And the manager comes over, like low key takes the customer side, and I'm like still holding the cup, like, are you serious? And just all the snobbiness.
Was he expecting tongs?
That's what I'm saying. Like, wrong restaurant.
Yeah,
But
this is a restaurant. It's not Breaking Bad. I'm
Yeah.
not wearing gloves.
I don't have glasses. Dude.
Jesus, Greg.
Dude, the steakhouse was horrible. And I was doing it like I would leave football practice early in high school to go to this job. So I was stressing, dealing with a high school breakup at the time too. Like,
Oh no!
yeah, like trying to get her back. She's in the stands, maybe some other guy. I'm like,
Dang,
yeah.
dude, you were listening to Evanescence. You were listening to "Wake Me Up Inside."
That would have been a turning moment in my life if I went the wrong way. No more positivity.
Thank God it was Evanescence and not Linkin Park, dude.
Come
you
on.
might have given up. So
One
frustrating.
more light. One more light.
One step closer to the edge. JP's about to break.
Dude.
So, man,
Not my worst job.
so within the past year, I feel like Bussin has gone from a nationwide football podcast to there might be people in Saudi Arabia mentioning.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there might be a Saudi prince somewhere talking about the Hove. So I've got to ask, y'all have had run-ins with Taylor Swift and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
There are people that say celebrities have an aura to them, which like a color surrounds them. They just glow. Do Donald Trump and Taylor Swift have similar auras?
Trump's definitely got color. And a glow, I guess you would say too.
What color would you say that is? Let's hear it.
Orange.
There we go. Fall festive Donald Trump.
Which is funny with like the makeup. Yeah. He has like makeup stations set up because we were in Trump Tower, and there was 2 makeup stations set up. Like literally one where you're sitting and one by that pillow. I'm like, and they were the exact same station. I'm like, does it come off that fast? You got to set them up.
I can imagine Trump walking over to one makeup station and going, no.
Yeah, he's a unit. He's a unit.
There's no wonder why. Barron is so huge.
Yeah.
It's in the DNA. Barron's like 6'8", dude.
Drop the Baron soccer highlights right now.
Barron. Oh, that echoed throughout this place. Somebody behind the desk is like,
You've seen his
is he
soccer
here?
highlights, right?
Barron Trump has soccer highlights.
Oh,
Jamie, pull those up.
pull it up, Jamie.
Jamie, we need those. Steve is our Jamie.
He's 6'9".
It's a good thing he's not
He's
6'7".
D1, bro. Oh, God.
I hate that more than anything. I'm a 30-year-old that just said 6'7", dude. I might go Kurt Cobain after this. If Michigan loses big, I might go off the rails.
You might go.
I might go on InfoWars and have a Kanye interview.
Nathan Brewer has first interview with InfoWars. Please check him out. Dude,
Nebraska made our football gay. Lizards. That's what they are. Dylan Raiola. Patrick Mahomes' lizard pet. They probably scrubbed them. That might have hurt his campaign, so they were like, get
dude,
those
no,
down.
Trust me, it would have helped.
You think so?
Yeah. Hey, cooking. Now, I don't know
6'9"
what.
playing soccer, that's egregious.
Yeah. If
I
they-
am 12.
with the aura and who has more of it, it was different because with Taylor Swift there was a lot of people around, but every single person was trying to make a play to even just like get by her.
Oh, man, that's tough.
But she was like my wife, she went into the bathroom at one point and Taylor Swift just in there like taking selfie with George Kittle's wife and another player's wife, like what every girl does in the bathroom.
Yes.
Because I was kind of
And
you
what
know,
Donald Trump does.
people don't realize how similar they are. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes.
Dude.
Knew it.
But yeah, it like two different ones. Honestly, like, yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that much of a shock, but Taylor Swift did seem way more kind of like, I don't want to say personable because Trump was pretty personable, but way more normal in that setting. I'd be curious to see her maybe like not with Travis and all these wives that she's hung out with before. But it was really cool, man. You want to talk about crowd pop when she went onto the stage to perform that song.
I'm surprised people didn't pass out. There
Dude,
might have been.
The tickets, when people just got a idea that she might be coming, the tickets went from like $60 to $800. And that's just people paying to see her just standing there, which is crazy. And shout out to her for even doing that song, because I was asking the guys, like, how much do you think she could charge for one song?
Oh, yeah, probably $3 million.
Right?
Yeah.
And she literally, like 30 minutes before was like, you know, having fun, having a good time, having a few drinks, like asking Travis, like, you mind if I could do a song? He's like,
do you mind? No one asked her. She was like, do you mind? I was like, what is he going to say? No?
hey, I don't know if you know, but Kane Brown is up there right now.
Yeah.
Like, now's not the time, Taylor.
Time to take a fucking back seat, Mrs. Swift. We've got Kane Brown up there.
Which Kane Brown's best performance, he's like, they ask him, he's like, yeah, what? Of course.
Yeah.
They threw him a tambourine. He's let's go.
No, that's
Dude,
what a
it was-
scene.
What a scene.
What a scenario.
It was cool, though.
Has there been a moment, because you can feel the air leave a room when a Taylor Swift or a Donald Trump walks into the room.
Yeah.
Besides those two, probably the most polarizing of the list of guests that y'all have had, who would you say comes in at third is when you see somebody you're like, holy shit, dude, there it is.
I would say RFK. because it was the first week that he had Secret Service, and so they come through, sweep the bus. They're setting up snipers across on the building across from us. He walks in, he's on the phone with somebody, and he looks like he's about to put it down. Will and Taylor walk forward. He picks the phone back up. They turn around. He's like, yeah. Will and Taylor are like, oh God, what do we do?
He was probably faking a phone call, just trying to fill out the room.
Yeah, let's make sure if we want to do this.
He was probably talking to
interview.
the Secret Service before going in. I think I'm going to try to fuck with them before I go in.
That's really good impression.
I do a bit on stage about RFK Jr. and how wild it is that Trump gets an assassination attempt on him. And what does he do but call a Kennedy?
Come on.
Yeah,
dude.
what a crazy
Something's
coincidence
going on.
that is.
Something's going on.
It was like, yeah, Robert, before I go out there, do you mind doing 5 minutes? And he's like, I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, dude, some poor souls out there thinking, I could hat trick the Kennedys?
A hat trick is crazy. But that guy's probably still out there.
Yeah, and that's why I want RFK always suited and booted with Secret Service. Because,
Yeah.
dude, I don't want Bobby going down.
Dude.
Whether you like him or hate him, the guy's polarizing, and we need to keep people like that around.
We need the polarizing people.
Yes, we need all the polarizing.
He was cool just because it is like American history, being a Kennedy.
Yes.
Like the stories he's telling when he's 10 years old going to Poland with the whole squad.
And when you realize when he says my uncle, he's talking about JFK.
He says it so nonchalantly.
How did you say it? How did you say
I
it?
can't do
JP?
it. I can't do it
It's
like
okay.
you. I can't do it like you. If I could hit the impressions. I'd be
Before I
hosting this
learned how to do an
podcast.
RFK, I just did a Kermit for some reason.
Naturally.
Yes.
The meme.
Yeah, so I couldn't do an RFK, so when I would do it without knowing how to do his voice, I'd be like, "Oh, Anthony Fauci's gay," or yeah, vaccine boy, or something like that.
Kermit doesn't miss.
Yeah, Kermit never misses, dude. Oh, Miss Piggy.
So how long did it take you to learn it? Because that's really good.
Kermit? I
Yeah.
don't know, dude. I was doing what all
Born with it.
Yeah, I was doing what all I think middle schoolers do in the shower, just practice impressions. And yeah, I was.
They're like, please, the gym teacher like, Nathan, please get out of the shower.
My dad was like, "God damn it!" He goes from trying to turn Super Saiyan in the shower to Kermit.
He made you enlist in the army.
I've
He's like,
got
"Hey,
the
listen,
weird
son."
son.
Dude,
I've got 4 boys. One of these were bound to be weird.
the Super Saiyan stuff is real because when I was a kid loving Dragon Ball Z, I'm also back on my anime grind. Which, are you an anime guy?
I'm not an anime guy, but I've got. I grew up with my big 3,
Right.
which was Dragon Ball, One Piece, and I think it was Inuyasha,
Oh, dang, yeah.
and
Wow.
that was it.
Dude, I used to have the most vivid dreams because I would get up out of my bed in the dream and I would be trying to turn Super Saiyan and then I would hit a Kamehameha in my like living room. And
So close.
except for it wasn't close. I blasted the wall and I ran up back to my room like, oh my God, I'm about to get killed, but I'm also a Super Saiyan. And
So I'm
dude,
not gonna kill. I'm gonna fight back.
and I would wake up with so much hope of like, I'm gonna go outside and that hole is gonna be in that wall and I'm gonna rub it in the faces of my brothers.
Mhm.
Of like,
You
y'all
woke
could
up and
never.
you woke up and you're like, "Is my hair longer?
Yeah, like,
Did I scream?
Do
Am
I
my
have a-
hair longer?"
do I have a tail? I was in my ape form
That's
last
awesome.
night, but yeah.
Yeah, Steve's
unfortunately-
brother watches hentai.
Steve, you allow that?
You should see his brother's mouse pad. It is erotic and sticky.
It's sticky.
It's sticky mouse pad. Sticky left mouse pads for Kamala. That's
Left mouse pad.
dude. All right. So me being a comedian, immediately I have to ask the question. Early on in Shane Gillis's rise to fame,
Yeah.
y'all got the dog on the podcast. Going from that first interview where he's trying to explain what happened with SNL to now, is it just not night and day what his rise to fame?
Night and day, and just his interaction with Will and Taylor. Because after that first interview, we were not sure how that went. Of like, oh my God, he might hate us because we didn't really know much about him. A lot of people, I guess, didn't at the time.
Hindsight's 2020. Holy shit.
Yeah, literally, like the next Mount Rushmore comedian.
Yes.
But yeah, the first, because when he left, Will and Taylor, they were like talking to us behind the scenes. They're like, dude, that guy's hilarious, but I don't know if we handled that well at all. Because we're basically asking him, like, so, like, SNL, first question off the rip.
Yeah, and he's just like, fuck.
Yeah, like, maybe we'd rather not talk about this. But go from that to 2 years later staying in the same Airbnb as him in Notre Dame. And, dude, we were there in the car for the famous video with him and Caleb Presley.
Oh, yeah, the shotgun video?
Dude,
Do you want to die?
I mean, just two of the greatest minds of our generation going at it at 1 a.m. in the Taco Bell drive-through, and I'm just in the very back seat. Like, like very rarely do you realize when you're in a moment. We realized we were in a moment.
You hear cackling in the background. It's JP.
Hey, who was there? No, I actually didn't make that trip to Notre Dame, man. But it's been unreal, and it's cool to see him just always roll with the same crew.
Mhm.
Like, it was Chris and Tommy from the jump.
The Wops.
Dude, I mean, some of the best people. The Notre Dame games with them, just Phil hitting the late night grill session. We get back from Notre Dame, Ohio State. He immediately fires up the grill and, like, finishes all the burgers and everything at, like, 2:30 a.m.
Gee, big dog status, dude.
And then just goes to bed. I'll see y'all fellas in the morning. Didn't eat anything.
just supplying the gang,
Just
dude.
supplying it.
God, dude, every good group needs a dad to go around to make sure that the grill's maintained, the beers are all fully
and he
stocked.
is that guy. Y'all need anything? Like, if we did, we are staying 30 minutes away from anything. Like, where are you going to get it? But you know that he would find it.
Was Shane's dad everything that he depicted him to be?
Oh, my God. And more.
That's
Like-
awesome, dude.
You're sitting watching football, and he's, Will. And then immediately go into a Bo Pelini story.
What do you think about that call?
Yeah.
Would you have made that? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Dude, he is. Shane is awesome. And when he followed us on Instagram after, all of us in the back are like, just getting the notification one after another. Like, we got to follow.
Well, man, I don't know what it's like to be at that, and I don't know if I'll ever be at that level. If not, that's fine. But there's a certain amount of people that reach that level of, comedy fame, where like Andrew Schultz, Rogan, Shane, you could name four
Schultz would
other
be
people,
awesome.
and it's never the finish line. Like, my finish line is not that.
Yeah.
If that happens, sick.
Right.
But that's not the goal. I don't know. As a comedian, I want to be respected by those that influenced me.
Yeah.
So when I'm done and I'm ready to hang up my comedian hat, I can say, yeah, I'm undeniable.
Right.
I'm undeniably funny because the people that influenced me to get into comedy enjoy my material. They don't like it because I'm a good hang.
Right.
They enjoy what I do.
That's Steve Byrne.
No.
He's in Nashville, but I feel like he kind of has that. Like, he's at that point. He's an older dude now, but every single guy you bring in, and he's one of the first guys that Will and Taylor said, like, oh yeah, we're friends with Steve. They're like, oh, dude, Steve is the best. One of the funniest guys, but like a lot of people have never heard of him. Best friends with Vince Vaughn. Like, just every single comedian respects him, and he is funny.
That's
and
awesome.
it's I feel like it'd be the perfect existence too of fame.
Exactly. Like, I don't see myself selling out the Pinnacle Arena or the American Airlines Center in Dallas. I don't see that. I hope for that, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not like, damn it, my comedy career didn't make it to where it wanted to. I want to be passed in the 3 major comedy clubs, which is like the Comedy Cellar, which is now the Mothership, and probably the Laugh Factory in LA. I get passed in those 3 places, or if I'm asked to do a show there, I'm like, cool. What I set out to do as a comedian, I did it.
Yeah.
And if I can be a good hang to other people, even better.
Dude, that's another thing I feel like, because Bert Kreischer gets a ton of hate, and every single comedian that we've run into, or any comedian you hear on a podcast, like, he's one of the first names out of their mouths of somebody that reached out in a hard time or helped them in the beginning of their career. And it kind of bums me out to see the hate that he does get, because, I mean, comedy is the most subjective thing ever. Like, you don't have to think he's funny.
Yeah.
But undeniable good guy, and like, whenever he hangs it up, it's like he has the resume of all these other comedians being like, this is the guy that checked in on me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
100%. I'm a big fan of Norm. Another reason for that, when Shane was getting canceled, Norm sent him a text, and he was just like, in the battle for jokes, or in the battle for comedy, those that write jokes will win, or something along that. I don't want to misquote the king, but I don't know. It's that good guy factor.
Yeah.
When it comes to I guess an industry where you don't need to be. It's a solo. It's me versus the rest of the comedians type of world.
Right.
It can be that, but there's also, I don't know. It means a lot when somebody reaches out and being like, "Hey, man, I heard you're doing good. Keep it up."
Yeah.
I've got one guy that is kind of I guess you can call him a big brother. He did this podcast, Brady Matthews,
Oh yeah.
and dude, yeah, he's a
He lives in Florida.
no, he lives in Dallas now.
Oh,
He
okay.
was in L.A. He's done Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He was a part of How I Met Your Mother.
Gotcha.
He's been on Kimmel, just an awesome dude. And whenever I was first, starting to hang around him, I thought, how do I hang around this guy that, started comedy with Tony Hinchcliffe
right.
and Bobby Lee.
Yeah. Bobby.
And I don't know. It was so surreal to see somebody that has made it doing
Yeah.
very well in comedy just be a normal guy. I was just like, oh, fuck. So you can just be.
It's possible.
Yes, it's
like-
possible.
Yeah, dude, that's everything. Because in any industry, like for me growing up, there's like always levels to stuff. So even with money,
Mhm.
I've never been driven by money. In my head, the richest people in the world lived in this neighborhood, Thornblade in Greenville. I go to IMG and there's billionaires. I'm like, I didn't even know it was possible to make that amount of money.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was possible to have a career in podcasting, whatever it was. But with Shane, we actually went to, when Will did Matt and Shane's podcast the first time, we went to his place in, I guess it was like in Queens or somewhere in New York. But it was the same spot where he had just been canceled by SNL. So he's like showing us the house. And you're just like, even at the time, it's like, Shane, you're making money. Like, one, why are you living here? But it was the same room where he's just in the closet. He's like, yeah, this is where I was after SNL for about 3 months.
I don't even want to think about their Patreon money, dude.
Right?
Oh my God. Please don't look into it.
Yeah.
As
Somebody
soon
drop
as-
it in the comments.
As soon as you look at their Patreon income, you're like, oh, ew.
Dude.
What they make in a month is fill in the blank.
Right. But it was cool to see all of that. And to see, like, he's just a grounded
Mhm.
guy, which also plays into his comedy.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't lost touch with anything.
Matt's also the man.
Oh, my
I think
God.
Matt's one of the funniest humans walking the planet right now. And he's going to be in Bentonville, Arkansas, doing the Big Diamond Comedy Festival with us in NWA in October. And I'm so
Dude.
thrilled. I want to get an interview with him so bad. But that's
Yeah.
like a white whale of mine.
That would be awesome.
When it comes to Bussin, I know you're very short on time. I'm going to
Yeah.
run through some of these questions.
good.
White whale. If you had to make a decision on white whale for Bussin, Will and Taylor's not involved. Who are you getting on the bus?
So many people, dude.
First one that jumps to mind.
My man crush, Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, huge, literally huge.
Yeah. Hammer.
And it seemed like all the guys
From Thor. Steve, not gay.
yeah,
Come on, dude.
Steve. Come on, dude.
Yeah, hentai. All
Left,
right.
left mouth's bad.
Yeah.
From Ragnarok.
Ragnarok,
Ragnaroked up.
dude. Ragnaroked up.
But
Yes.
it's like, man. Also, another good looking guy, David Beckham. I love David Beckham. I'm a soccer guy.
I've met him.
What?
I shook his hand and said
Where?
hello to his kids.
Where?
Very long story. I can tell you off the pod the whole story, but I was at an LA Kings hockey game in LA, and I was in the family area where I also met Margot Robbie and what was his name? Justin Turner, the third baseman for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I met them all in the same 5-minute span.
What's up, y'all? I'm Nathan.
Very surreal. Oh no, I lied. I lied to all of them, and I told them I was a pitcher for the Texas Rangers, and I had just got bumped up. And it's a pleasure to meet you. I can't wait to face you, Mr. Dustin, or whatever his name was. Yeah, I lied through my teeth.
Dude, that's nuts.
100%.
How were they? Were they nice?
No, they were awesome. They were awesome, and it was before Margot Robbie got the Barbie play,
Yeah.
or the Barbie role. So she was still off that Wolf of Wall Street. So
Right.
as soon as I saw her, I was like, I've seen you.
Left mouse,
right.
the mouse pad.
Yes, hentai. Ew.
Dude, no, that is awesome.
But no.
There's so many people out there.
David
really.
Beckham would be a sweet guest. Dude, let me run through these. I've got a kind of a gauntlet of quick questions
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. All right. So You are now the head of the school board of the United States of America Education. Your first rule of business, you're changing the summer months where kids have school off. So it's no longer June and July where kids have off school.
Okay.
What 2 back-to-back months are now taking over June and July for kids to be out of school?
I'm going to go with October and November
Why?
because there's still some hot. Ooh, actually. Weather's still good,
Mm-hmm.
so I want to be outside. You have the holidays. I can't imagine every single year, Halloween, growing up especially, being able to not worry about the next day.
Halloween and Thanksgiving during summertime, or it wouldn't be summertime. It would be
Right.
your 2-month break. Brother, can you imagine?
A lot of good vacation spots you could go to.
All of those football games that you would miss because your kids K through 12 are in school, you
Dude.
can make. You've got NFL football, you've got playoff baseball and basketball.
I actually
starting.
love the decision of October.
October, November might be fucking amazing answer. All right, next one. If any character from a TV show or movie, any character, you could replace them as yourself as the actor, what character?
One of my favorite questions. I immediately go to Bikini Bottom,
Bikini.
and I'm trying to figure out which character that I would want to be.
I'm going to judge you off of whoever you say. You say Patrick, I'm going to be like, oh, that's not positive. Patrick, you're a retard. So, not you, the character would have to be.
Well, Larry's up there. Spend all day at the beach, getting jacked, sunscreen on the nose.
The my leg guy.
I know. I was thinking of Fred.
You know his name. That's sick.
I'm trying to think of low key, maybe even one of the gas station workers in the movie when they're pulling up in the patty.
Yeah.
Like, what's it take? Ketchup or mustard? So maybe I'll stick with Larry.
Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Sick.
Great
Good.
existence.
Good question or good answer. So, word around the rumor mill is that you speak 3 fluent languages.
Yep.
English, Spanish, and Gaelic. Is that true?
Yes,
It is?
I think so. What's Gaelic?
Gaelic these nuts. Yes. Yes, I got him. Well, Gaelic is an actual language. It's Irish.
Yeah, no, I speak it.
Yo, you do? Oh, damn, I was trying to walk you into a dick joke. You actually made a fool of me. Okay, and I guess the last one I can ask before we go ahead and get out of here. First off, dude, thank you.
Of course.
From the bottom of my dark heart, thank you so much, dude.
I'm honored because I know that in 2 years, I'll be able to tell people hey, I was actually on this podcast because it'll be blown up. And they'll be like, how the heck did you get on? I got in day one.
I don't know. I was a boy from the moment he met me.
Yeah.
And Nathan likes boys.
Trying to get on the pod? Just be a boy, man.
Oh, here, by the way, here's a gift for you. This is Iraqi currency with Saddam Hussein's face on it.
This is literally like the Bert and Tom.
Yeah, I want you to have that. That mug behind you is also yours if
Did
you
you
want to.
steal this off of him?
Yeah, I did.
You were the guy that
Once they
Took
hung
him
him,
out,
once
right?
they hung him, I dug through his pockets like Arthur Morgan.
Let me
You-
get
you
that
found
from
him.
you, brother.
I mean, this is actually crazy.
Yeah, that's yours, dude. Have fun with that.
Thanks, man.
You
How
can
much is
spend
this
it
worth?
anywhere.
USD?
USD, Saddam's face on it's priceless, dude.
Come on. That's a ticket on to Sean Ryan's podcast.
Yeah,
I got a
right,
story for
dude.
you.
I get to lie to Sean Ryan for 50 minutes. Thank
I'll
God.
never know.
That's something I can't wait to talk to you about. The whole Tim Kennedy thing. Can't wait to talk old Timmy. All right, dude. That's really it. Besides, oh yeah, I feel like you would like that. That's why I brought it.
Yeah. I
I'm
do
not a
love that.
millionaire.
I just live like one, baby.
Exactly.
That's why I started rocking the double ring purely off accident because this was on my desk and I was like, oh, crap, I need to take this home. And then I fell asleep with it. Then we had to get up early to come to the plane. Now if somebody called me out on it and I'm like, I think I might just leave it on the rest
Not
of
gonna lie, I thought it was an aura ring, and I was like,
I'm very anti-aura ring for guys.
dude, yeah, I think that's all I've got. Oh, no, I can get this last one in. If you could get Conor McGregor on Bussin With The Boys, since you're a big UFC fan, if you
Yeah.
could get McGregor on the bus, but the only stipulation is that you can't associate with Michael Chandler for one whole year, would you take it?
No.
No?
The old Conor McGregor, maybe. The new one,
No.
it hurts, man, because I like so much of it. I loved everything that he was doing on his way up, like all the mindset things. Like he was an actual role model.
Yes.
And it's been painful to see how it's gone.
That makes sense, man. I understand.
I hope he comes back.
I hope so too. I hope he fights at the White House.
Yes, and
That'd be
honestly
sweet.
think he will.
That'd be awesome to get Chandler McGregor finally at the
Yeah.
White House. The president of Ireland
Verse,
versus Michael Chandler, the American Screaming Eagle.
dude, God,
That'd be awesome. We need it. Dana
need
White,
it.
dude, put it.
America needs it.
Yep, we do. JP, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That's
Back to
two
back
pops.
amazing
That's two
handshakes. Thanks for another episode of Hiding from Work. I don't know what episode number this will be, but I appreciate y'all tuning in. And to all my coworkers, get back to work.
Dude.
Mentiu, a saudade bateu, pode pá. Foda que eu mudei tanto, nem te quero tanto quanto nem consigo explicar. O bom que nem sou de negar. Ah, se tu quer também vou te pegar. Recaída me lembra da antiga de quando não tinha hora nem lugar. Pra tu sentar, relaxa, toma meu chá. Sassarica por cima da pica e não fuder no quarto, sala na cozinha, na rua, no carro, então bom é lembrar. Pra tu sentar, relaxa, toma meu chá. Sassarica por cima da pica e não